Today. So this week we're going to be going over the women in the Bible. Like there are certain women in the Bible that I want to focus on because a girl is a girl is a girl is a girl 2000 years ago, 3000 years ago, or today. So, number one is Hannah. Hannah. Shout out to Hannah. I'm talking about Hannah, Elkanah's wife. There was a certain man, this is First Samuel 1. There was a certain man of Ramathaim Zophim, man, of the hill country of Ephraim, named Elkanah, the son of Jeroham, the son of Elihu, the son of Tohu, the son of Zoph, an Ephraimite. He had two wives, one named Hannah and the other named Peninnah. Peninnah had children, but Hannah had none. This man went up from his city each year to worship and sacrifice to the Lord of hosts at Shiloh. Hophni and Phinehas, the two sons of Eli, were priests to the Lord there. Hannah, just read it, I guess. So when the day came that Elkanah sacrificed, he would give portions of the sacrificial meat to Peninnah, his wife, and all her sons and daughters. But to Hannah, he would give a double portion because he loved Hannah, but the Lord had given her no children. Hannah's rival provoked her bitterly to irritate and embarrass her because the Lord had left her childless. So it happened year after year. Whenever she went up to the house of the Lord, Peninnah provoked her, and so she wept and could not eat. Goals. Then Elkanah, her husband, said to her, Hannah, why do you cry and why do you not eat? Why are you so sad and discontented? Am I not better to you than 10 sons? So Hannah got up. It's like, isn't that just like a... So Hannah got up after eating and drinking in Shiloh. Now Eli the priest was sitting on his seat beside the doorpost of the temple, the tabernacle of the Lord. Hannah was greatly distressed, and she prayed to the Lord and wept. And remember and not forget your maidservant, but will give your maidservant a son. Then I will give him to the Lord all the days of his life. A razor shall never touch his head. Now it happened as she continued praying before the Lord that Eli was watching her, thought she was drunk. But Hannah answered, No, I'm not. Do not regard from doing the sacrifice. And then, they get busy as married people do. And it came about in due time after Hannah had conceived that she gave birth to a son. The son she named Samuel because I have asked for him from the Lord. Nice, right? So Hannah's being clowned all her life, tormented by this second side piece. I mean, I don't know, whatever. Second side piece, second wife. And she's being so mean to her. And it's like, girl, like, you're not even the one, not the two. Like, you're not even the favorite. And you're bullying me like this. Like, she's going through so much. She's probably like super soft and like her feelings get hurt really easily. Either way, she still has to go through it. And on top of all of that, she doesn't even have a baby. So then she's like, Jesus, she's like, God, give me a child. If you give me a child, I will put him in your service. A razor will never touch his head, which is important because that shows his consecration too. But Hannah has an open heart. She surrendered to God's plan. God's objective was for her to surrender to his plan for whatever child that he wanted to bring into the earth. The thing is, whenever I was like praying before this, I saw like people like in a box. Like you're in a box, but the box is like very low to the but because you think the box is the only way out of the box is like a door, like a way out of the box on the level of the box instead of just like climbing the wall a little bit and then going over, you're frustrating yourself. Whenever God has an objective, you're not in a box because you should be in the box or you did something wrong or maybe you did, but God is showing you mercy by teaching you a lesson in this way. Not that he does that, but just in this way, he's showing you that in order for you to come out of the box that you're in, whether that is a mental box, a physical box, a circumstance, a situation, a feeling, a state that you've sustained for a few days, few weeks, few months now, that you can't seem to shake, he wants you to climb out of the box. But to climb out of the box, you have to go higher than the walls of the box, which means you have to look up at something else. And so we're looking up at our girls and what they did. Hannah surrendered. She said no longer was she just crying and praying. She said, God, look, this is how I'm feeling. Look what this girl is doing to me. If you give me a son, which is the thing that I really want, I will dedicate him to your service. And to that, what did the Lord reply? Now it happened that as she continued praying before the Lord, Eli was watching her mouth. Notice how he never actually answered her back. I'm just clocking this now. Like, therefore, I've also dedicated him to the Lord. As long as he lives, he is dedicated to the Lord, and they worship the Lord there. Hannah's song of thanksgiving. Then she thanks him. Sorry, sister, I wasn't familiar with your game. She is more faithful than I thought. She didn't like hear, an angel didn't descend and say, "You've been heard," or "I've heard you," or not, like nothing. She just prayed and she believed. And then she went back in faith. Then Eli answered and said, "Go in peace, and may the God of Israel grant your petition that you have asked of him." Dang. Hannah, 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 Hannah. Hannah, 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 our girl, Hannah. If you will surrender and ask God honestly, like you pray honestly, praying honestly about what is on your heart without fearing that you're confessing negatively or that you're affirming a state that you don't want to see, honestly pray and tell God what is going on, what is happening, how it's making you feel, and then make a genuine, heartfelt request, putting an asterisk or caveat that says, like, as long as it's in your will, and you take one single act of faith and you believe that he's heard you, you won't be where you are for long because first you'll transition mentally. You know how you leave a place mentally before you leave it physically? Whatever state you've been in isn't the state you're supposed to stay in. There's a different state, a better state, a more conducive state. And the only thing standing between you and better is asking for it and then believing it, believing the one who can actually get you there. I hope that helps because I'm just the messenger. I'm just the messenger. Okay, bye.